So, what are we doing right now? Well, we are performing our little control from here. There we go. We are performing our flip around. There we go. And there we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now should just be able to dock her right in. And give her a couple seconds. Ka-chunk. And we are now docked up. Awesome. All right. So, we are, however, actually going to control from here. Here we go. We're going to shut down our RCS. And we are going to get ready for our Mooner injection burn. Why is my staging all sorts of messed up right now? There we go. We have engine enable. Make sure that's shut down like that. There we go. Alright, let us go out to the map view. Let's set the MUN as our target. We'll open up our maneuver planner. We can kill orbit info, ascent guidance, and we'll leave Delta V stats down here somewhere. Okay. Create node, if you'd be so kind. Alright, that's going to put us directly into a collision. So why don't we open up our maneuver node editor and let us do this. I actually open the node now, don't I? Actually, wait, I want to be traveling a bit faster, right? Because I want to put myself onto a free return trajectory. For safety's sake, of course. Good. Now, radials which direction? Eight, 9, 4. Okay. Let's try increasing it by increments of 10. That's going to require way too much LTV. There we go. Alright, that's going to give me capture. We can do a mid-course correction burn out there. Alright, so let's MechJeb execute that node. As it spins the spacecraft ever so slowly around. Hopefully it doesn't wobble this thing apart while it's doing it, too. So yes, the irony is that that actual center stage there, that boost stage, was entirely full of fuel. Yeah. Yeah, entirely full of fuel. Huh. And we'll be burning roughly towards it. Well, it should drift off as we enter time warp. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue for us now, should it? Alright, so we're going to time warp. That's going to start drifting away from us at ever-increasing speeds. And we shouldn't even come close to hitting it because it's going to be... yeah. Yeah, we won't even come close to smacking into that thing. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, this stage's only purpose is to get us up there and circularize us. Yeah, I hate it when they do that. I should have strutted those, but... oh, God. That's not fun. I don't think Apollo had this issue. Note to self, Apollo style is not a good style. I should have done this in lunar orbit or once I was circularized around the moon. Well, it's holding. That's about all we could say about it. It's holding. I'll have to do a mid-course correction burn, but that honestly worries me for my lunar encounter. And why is that negative? Oh, because the engine's pointing the wrong way. That would be why that's negative. Okay. We are burning. We have plenty of delta V in this stage. Alright, so let me bring you guys back in once we actually complete our circularization, we see how much fuel's left, and I figure out whether MechJeb is going to try and kill me or not. So, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so we are presently mid-orbital maneuver burn to get us into a nice lunar orbit. And the Whipples are back. Whipples are back something fierce, as a matter of fact. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do here is that once this stage is burnt out, I don't know why these things have stayed up, but alright, fine. Alright, that's good enough for us. Ooh, that's a little low. I'm coming around this way. Alright, so we will... yeah, that's good, computer. Add a maneuver there. We just want to bring this up a little bit. We actually want to... huh. Alright, so let's see here. Hold on. We want to set inclination to 0. Abort node execution, remove all nodes. Let's set it to 60 seconds from now, create the node. Execute next node. And at some point, the computer will realize that we're issuing it orders. Well, it's not really that. It's that the spacecraft is a monumental pain to steer, apparently. Which I'm not surprised at. We don't really have a lot of thrust in it. Or rather, we don't have a lot of gyros in it. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. Alright, so we already transmitted our first crew report from the Mun, from high over moon or orbit. I'm going to burn again. The Wibbles will, of course, come back. There are the Wibbles. Alright, you know what? Let's do this. Let's, oh, gosh. I don't like the way this thing wibbles. You know what, computer? That's plenty good for our purposes. Alright, so what about 20 clicks? I think that's high enough. But just to make certain... 32 should be plenty. So we'll just do that correction burn right there. And then we'll be able to jettison this giant stage with a lot of extra fuel in it. We couldn't have dropped to 1 tank, but we can probably drop to a tank and a half on that upper stage. So that gives me some good guidance for our next few missions here. That we can, in fact, drop to a tank and a half on that stage. We need almost no Delta V. We could probably even disconnect the stage now and just do that with either the lander engine or the orbital maneuvering engines. That thing. The service propulsion system. This does look very Apollo-like now, doesn't it, though? I put that right in the way, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did. It's neither here nor there, come to think of it, so... Alright. So we're about to do our final course burn. When we do that, we are going to separate this stage. We're not actually going to stage it. Yeah, it just kind of pogoed there, but that's fine. Alright, we are good. So now we're just going to cheat a little bit. Here we go. We have no available studies left, apparently. Oh, okay. Oh, because we're high in space. Okay. So let's start doing this. Let's decouple that. Alright, and let's do... Alright, so that test's clear. Let us activate this engine. That test's clear as well. Awesome. Okay, so now we are in business. Alright. So let's save that landing engine for what we want it to be saved for. Kill that, please. There we go. Alright, so... let us... I don't even know what stage lock's doing. Okay, so why don't... let's do that. Let's do the time warp for a bit. Make sure... okay, we have a 31 kilometer solid orbit down there. So we're just going to do a quick lunar orbit here. We're going to get that crew report, transmit it. EVA report, I'm not certain who exactly came out. Bill, EVA please. Keep the data. Board the spaceship. There we go. Alright, so now let's pick our landing party. I think for this one, Bob and Bill will go planet side. So... command pod, transfer crew, command pod to the Alcor. Bob and Bill will move over to the Alcor pod. Let's kill that. Let's go into an EVA on Bob. Oop, nope, I didn't want an EVA on Bob. I wanted an IVA on Bob. My computer slows down to a crawl. IVA. Alright. Attitude information. There we go. We have our navigation. I don't know why it's not showing our map anywhere, but that's fine. Alright. Let's get you out of the way. Shutters. Oh, hey, down there. Hey, up there, too. What do the shutters do? I don't even know what the shutters do on this thing. Alright, so we have our cabin up there. IPU source, fault, alert criticals. We have our environmental control. EC bus 2 selected. Pressure mode is manual. Auto, air conditioner, check. Test diagnostic. No. Okay. Alright. Pressure is good. Temperature is good. Lights look good. Well, we don't have lights on this thing, do we? Heat and atmospheric pressure look good. Gear are... Let's safe the gear. There we go. Let's activate kill rotation. Alright. Switch to retrograde, please. Initiate a descent guidance. Oh, hey there, Mech Jeb. Oh, sugar. Emergency to abort. I forgot to decouple. Thruster control? Why do I have no thruster control here? Think. I know what's happening. Landing guidance. Abort auto land. There we go. Actually, you know what? Smartass. Hold on for a second. We have plenty of time to take care of this. Absolutely plenty of time. Okay, control from here. We are now controlling from there. Okay. Smart ASS, please. Flip me to my prograde. Activate that engine. And deactivate that engine. Perfect. All right. So, now that I'm not playing around anymore, why don't we take a look at this? All right. So, we are going to undock this node. Oh gosh. Mech Chip still has activation on that. We're going to activate RRCS. And we are going to push away from it. And we're going to also slide to one side or the other here. I didn't realize this thing didn't get a mech Jeb pod on it. And Jeb is going to remain in orbit. Good job, Jeb. Alright. So, also while we're up here... Oh, this thing doesn't have a transmitter on it. Fine. Alright, you have MechJeb and no RCS. Right. Docking's going to be a fun day. Okay, so let's take a look at this when where we want to land. That crater looks nice. That looks good right there. We want to land somewhere where there's relative daylight. Or I could just bring her down now. I have over 1,000 Delta V. Alright, well, there's no reason to do manual landing, is there? No, there isn't. Alright, let's go to IVA. Let's bring this up. Autopilot, please. Turn that off, will ya? Okay. Nice. Okay. I love this thing. I do. I really love this thing. I mean, look at all the detail in this, huh? Portable breathing apparatus. Flight plan. Orbital operations checklist. Ascent checklist. Throttle. I have no idea what any of this stuff over here does. That's another whole thing. With the vessel view. There's a way to browse your ship diagram, but I have no idea what it is. That's my docking camera. That's my landing camera. God knows where that is. I just wish I knew where this was. Alright, that must be my landing camera right there. Okay, so... there we go. We are now set up. So let's plot that node, shall we? Actually, we can do it right now. Nav ball, if you'd be so kind. Oh. Set to retrograde, I can turn this thing off. Facing retrograde. Alright. So those are my landing cam. God knows where that's looking. We are now at full burn. Just keeping an eye on that liquid fuel notification over on my side of my screen. Right up here. So we're beginning a constant position descent. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill our surface speed. Watching this landing gate over here like a hawk, by the way. Let's check our orbital profile information. Actually, that's a pretty good landing spot, so let us kill the burn. Oh, that's better. That's the airlock cam. Get that out of my way. Okay, hold on for a minute here. I don't know why it causes everything to blink on me here. This is a much nicer screen. Alright, so let MechJeb handle the rest of this with landing sequence. Landings. Ah, there we go. Landing sequence online. Check our reserves. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. 704 Delta V. All right. Don't use my landing gear, my chutes, please. All right, so let us now activate gear. All lights are active. It's a good sign over there. Oh, okay. Right, left. External camera A airlock. Forward? That's not forward. That's down. Alright. We are now on landing sequence, so let me bring you guys back in when something slightly more interesting is going on here. Alright guys, as it turns out, we have run way too far with this episode, so I will finish this up in the next episode. Hopefully you will see me on the Mun. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, comment, subscription. Let me know you're out there. As always guys, happy flying.